Well, good evening, Peter, and the rest of the YouTube community. Um, I saw Geriatric 1927's video on Sunday, and thought it was kind of interesting. Spent a little while thinking about it, and having been on the internet and on online communities for a long time now, since I was probably 14 years old, and dialing up computer bulletin board stations, bulletin board systems. I've seen a lot of things come and go, and it seems like a lot of these online communities at some point reach a critical mass where it becomes so popular that it serves to its own detriment. And by that I mean you get a community of people who are basically there to disrupt things and have fun disrupting things, and they're a small minority, but at some point the community becomes so large that there's enough of them to bring the community down. Case in point, Usenet, which is a kind of a bulletin board forum discussion area of the internet, which has been around pretty much since the beginning of the internet. Years ago, used to be a pretty cool place to have discussions about different hobbies or interests, what have you, and there was a lot of pretty intelligent, knowledgeable people that would hang out on these forums, and you could find out a lot of information. Well, somewhere around the mid-1990s, when a lot of internet service providers like AOL started coming out with flat rate access plans, like $20 a month for unlimited internet access, the popularity of the internet just really skyrocketed, and what wound up happening was so many people were on Usenet that there was a group. Basically what you had was people of questionable mental stability who would be on some personal crusade, would suddenly find that they had this free and open soapbox to preach to the whole world to, and nobody could do anything about it. So a lot of them started showing up on Usenet, and today Usenet is pretty much a mess. It's pretty much a big garbage heap of noise. There's really not that much to see there anymore. Of course, a lot of activity as far as forums and discussion has moved to web-based forum boards, so a lot of people have moved away from the old Usenet paradigm. And now we're finding the same thing with YouTube. There's so many people interested in YouTube now that the haters are really causing a problem. Now, I saw a lot of people getting upset at Peter's post and saying, well, you're advocating censorship, but I think the problem is censorship is the problem. You've got unregulated censorship of people that don't really deserve to be censored. Well, not that they don't really deserve to be censored. They don't deserve to be censored at all. People are abusing a feature to kick people out. So I agree, at some point in the very near future, YouTube is going to have to address this. And I think they probably will. Um, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. And it kind of leads me into thinking about civility and is civility, are we losing civility in today's society? And I'm not just talking here in the United States, but everywhere in the world. Um, I don't know. I kind of, on one hand, I think no, and on the other hand, I think maybe. There's certainly a lot of people that just are rude or enjoy being cruel. And in particular on the internet, it's easy to be cruel because there's really no chance of retaliation. No one's going to drive over to your house and beat you up if you make fun of somebody on the internet. In general. I'm sure it happens from time to time, but in general, there's sort of a semi-anonymity, and there's not much chance of someone retaliating against you physically or legally or in any other way. So, without any constraints, people find it easy to lash out at others on the internet, and a lot of them seem to particularly enjoy lashing out at the weak, which is unfortunate. So I don't know what the answer is. Maybe sometime in the past, people, I wonder how much of the sense of the loss of civility in today's society is due to the way that the media portrays stories that reinforce that notion in the news these days. They seem to really, really focus in on those sorts of things, and particularly if it's the kind of story that frightens people, they seem to really love those. So, I don't know. It may be our perception of society, and it may not be. Good question. Anyway, I saw that someone else had replied with just kind of a nice montage of some paintings by William Bouguereau and some Bach to go with it. So I thought that was pretty neat and kind of a nice way of reminding us that there are still some beautiful and refined and civilized things in this world. So until next time, Peter, you will always have a loyal fan and friend from across the sea over here. And carry on, and I look forward to your next tale of the old days back in the war, or even past that, what have you. So cheers and have a good one.